Hi, welcome back. We are working on the Skull Survivor, and this is the devlog. One thing that we need to do is continue from where we left off and update the nature staff to be able to expand the radius at which we collect souls. So we're gonna just get started. I'll kind of show you where we're at. Last video, we had basically made it so that we added unit tests around the EXP pickup because that was all built before this the game was largely using tests yet. So right now, we'll take a look at it real fast in the verdant valley of shadows. Also in last video, we had to fix up a lot of stuff that was broken by me renaming the levels. But now that the levels are better named. So back then, picking up the experience points came from a much greater distance, but I wanted it to be much more of a like go out and get them sort of thing. And then I wanted to have a staff upgrade that allowed for an increased radius. There'll also be like magnet upgrades and stuff later, but I needed unit tests around the existing functionality. So that's what we're going to work on now. So these little blue orbs that I'm collecting, those are considered souls, which the souls give you experience points and fill up the bar at the bottom. This is different than gold. So we're going to just check it out. So first bit here is, and of course we want to use GPT-4 to do that. So it made the title and description of my last YouTube video that was based on the code that we generated up here. So I'm just going to continue from that line of prompting, and it'll use that existing stuff as context. And so I'm going to head over to the EXP pickup tests. And we're going to say something like, just paste in the code beforehand and then just say, add or create a new test that proves the EXP pickup will be, increase the radius of the connected sphere collider component. So create a new test that proves the EXP pickup will increase the radius of the connected sphere collider component on enable. And then let's see, we want to give it the API to the weapon upgrade, I think, right? So weapon upgrade. Upgrade settings, unlock menu options. So yes, we are just talking about the weapon menu. So this is the weapon settings. So we have the API on the weapon settings. So here we'll go ahead and say, yep. All right, let's see how it goes. It should use both APIs and then, yeah. Original collider radius, yeah, get the original radius and then just say is greater, pick up the active object. Let's see. Yeah, disable the and enable, it's call on enable. I don't think it does call on enable, but we're gonna just replace that. I like it already. So we're gonna just say exp pickup dot on enable. And we'll clean this up. And hopefully we can get through this and be a really short video, but who knows? Also, yeah, I guess we don't need to tell the prefab what it is. So we're gonna just run all. Probably have a failing test of some kind here. Yep. So this guy is just saying that it was the same value. And we know the sphere collider is on there. It didn't error out on the sphere collider. It actually gave us a value back. So what we're going to do now is, actually we can just say, yeah, add a weapon settings. Yeah, why not? We can just tell it. Bam. Add a, oh wait, so we gave it the base class and we want the following class as well. And then we can just say, add a weapon settings to the XP pickup that checks the let's see, EXP collection radius of the weapon settings object. And then it will go ahead and write these things for us. Still think the workflow for Copilot is better. So yeah, I might go back to that. We'll see. Yeah, of course it's rewriting the entire class. And yeah, quite a lot of this is good still. Let's see. So we have the return to pool after seconds. We got all of that stuff. We got the particle stuff, the delta time. So it says use EXP collection radius to compare the distance. Which we don't need that because, yeah, it misunderstood. So on enable should just change the size of the sphere collider. Not the check in the update call. Let's see if it fixes it for us. Hopefully it does. And then maybe we can make this one a wrap. Because it would need to get this currently selected weapon. Ah, yes, that's what I'm messing up. It's not going to be a property. AOE. Yeah, of course it's not the AOE radius multiplier. It's not an area of effect. So it's not inferring additional values, but this is kind of what I wanted here. So rather than belabor the point, we're going to throw this in here. I'm going to say var weapon settings dot equals, and then let's see what we can do. Let's say, oh, that was that was Code Whisperer trying to give me weapon settings. Ah, that's painful. So we're going to just say something like player options, player settings, options. And now we can just go grab the currently selected weapon, get selected weapon. All right, so now we have the selected weapon, and then we have this weapon settings here, and then we're going to say EXP collection radius And then now I can generate that guy. And we're going to just say 1F. And then now I can make the nature staff increase the collection radius. And we're about done here. So let's see if the test works, and then we can play test it and call it a day. Of course, this build has to finish. And yes, now they're both broken. And that's because player options is not set on that object. And so the EXP pickup is not going to be there yet. So of course we've got to go to collectibles, EXP pickup. On the inspector here, we're going to just say, oh, we don't even have it as a public property. So we got to make that public first. Player options or a serialized field. Give it a second to rebuild and repaint and all of that. We're going to say, yes, that's what we wanted. We're going to go back over here, We're going to go out here. I don't know if gold is also using the same thing. Yes, it is. So we're just going to do that. Again, click off of it, click off of it, click off of it. The reason I'm having to click off of these is because the unit tests will unset values on the thing here. And so we're now checking to see, okay, so the radius was the same, and that's because we didn't select the weapon in the test. And so we're going to need to select it first and then do that. So this is specifically the nature staff that does this. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and maybe find an example of selecting that value. So we're going to just say game data dot set set selected, and then we're going to be unlock mode weapon, and then it's going to be the name and then nature staff. And then we also need to give the nature staff the appropriate value here. And so we're going to just do a little bit more. And let's see here. So we're going to run the tests. The tests are running. It's still going to fail because our nature staff is not currently set up to handle this. So I'm going to go into nature staff here, and we're going to just say EXP collection modifier 1.2. So it'll give a 20% boost to the collection radius, maybe 3. Let's just make it 3 so it's really obvious. And then we're going to run the tests. We can fine tune that later. All the tests are passing. And so I'm going to go ahead and run it. And we're going to have to give ourselves some gold and then buy the upgrade. So in here, I have this give gold. So now in the upgrades, you can see, oh yeah, there you go. So magically it turns to 10,000. So we're going to go down to the Verdant Whisper Rod, unlock it, continue, forgive the UI bugs. Of course, I'm working on that. And you can kind of see the staff there available to us. And now I should be able to walk, a little farther away and collect them from farther away. So they now, and in fact, let's make it just a little bit more obvious just for fun here. So nature staff, we'll just say like 20. And then this way we can maybe close out the video once we're done with this iteration. So let's see here. We got the Verdant Whisper Rod, we got Imp, the Verdant Valley of Shadows, and now it's raining. All right, so here we go. Fighting them off. Yeah, you can kind of see they're like flying toward me now. All right, good stuff. I'm gonna definitely balance this a little bit later. And so we saw that we used the ChatGPT model to set up the changes to our class that we wanted. And, you know, we did need to kind of understand what we wanted before getting into it, because of course it got a little bit confused, but it's getting better and better. So anyway, like, subscribe, follow, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.